everybody, Jason here. Alright, so this is the fourth video in the series, and honestly it should have been the second. Actually I had a guy call me yesterday and tell me I need to make a video going over the different types of leather. He's absolutely correct. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, I already did the video on making the how to saddle stitch and doing the coin pouch, and I should have went over the leather first so you guys know what's out there and what you guys want to buy. Okay, so first off, this is your basic veg tan. Don't worry about the marks, these are scrap pieces. But okay, so this is veg tan right here. I believe this is around 8 to 9 ounce. It's fairly thick. I'm not sure on what you can see that. It's over an 1/8 inch thick. I would say, I don't know, 5/32. I'm not the best at measuring, but it's over an 1/8 inch thick. So this is the stuff you're going to want to use for making knife sheaths, gun holsters, things like that. Again, all this leather stuff I get at Tandy Leather. They have a wide variety of this stuff, different grades, anywhere from, I don't know, 8 square feet to like 20 square feet. It's just something you're gonna have to go down to the store and look. But so, you know, the basic veg tan, that's it. This is the 8 to 9 ounce. It's a really good thickness to use for knives and holsters and things of that nature. And then you got your smaller stuff right here. I believe this is 4 to 5 ounce. This is really thin, almost, this is probably a 1/16 of an inch thick, which is 4 to 5 ounce. This is really good stuff for using, making wallets. You know, the possibilities are endless. So you could make a coin purse out of this, actually, if you wanted to. But really good for the pockets. Here's one of my wallets I have made. It's a slimline wallet. This is made completely out of this 4 to 5 ounce. I'm trying to get that under there for you guys. I think I'll zoom this out a little bit. But that's it. You use this thin stuff. It's got a cash pocket and 2 card pockets. That's it. It's fairly thin, and I've got about, I think, 15 or 20 business cards in there. Here's a black one. Same thing, but this is all out of the 4 to 5 ounce. This stuff makes a really good wallet. I don't know if I had anything else with the thin stuff. You can use, actually I have my own personal one. I made this for myself. For those of you who know me on Facebook, you might have seen some pictures. I did make this for myself. I wanted to see if it would sell, but it didn't, so I'm glad because I want to keep it. But so 2 card pocket wallet. The outer is made out of the 8 to 9 ounce leather, the thick stuff, and then the inside, the pockets are with the thin stuff. So you can change up the thicknesses, and you'll find yourself doing that a lot down the road, depending on what you make. Also, for the thick stuff, like I said, knife sheaths. Here's a basic one right here. This is actually one of my knives I made, and just a very simple, basic fold over. And you're going to want to use the 8 to 9 ounce for sheaths like this. Also, here's another one, a little bushcraft kit I got, 8 to 9 ounce. Also, here's my own personal holster for my Ruger, and a magazine pouch. Same thing, 8 to 9 ounce. You're going to want to use the thicker stuff for that. So that's a quick rundown of the veg tan. There's different thicknesses. There's 6 to 7 ounce, I believe. These are pretty much the 2 thicknesses I almost always use. I really don't use anything other than that. Just the 4 to 5 and the 8 to 9, and you can get a lot done with those 2. As far as veg tan goes, the other veg tan stuff that you can get is this stuff called Latigo. This is a belt I have. This is kind of a really dark brown. Latigo is awesome. It's expensive, but if you're gonna make a belt or something like that, of course you can make a belt out of veg tan, but you can buy these belt strips pre-made. They're pre-dyed, finished, oiled, waxed. All you got to do is edge bevel them, maybe put a stitching groove line in there for for design, for cosmetics, and it's already done. You just, you know, punch your holes, make it into a belt, but there's no dyeing or finishing. And this stuff is really strong. You can buy these in big sheets too, 15 square feet, something like that. I really haven't used them too much for, I've heard you should not use this Latigo stuff for knife sheaths or gun holsters. You don't want metal touching this stuff. That's what I've heard. I don't know that for a fact. You guys want to try to make a sheath out of this stuff, go ahead. I have really no personal experience if this type of leather would hurt metal or not, maybe cause it to rust or something. That's just what I've heard. But this is a different type of veg tan called Latigo. They also have this in black. And so if you guys kind of want to skip the whole dyeing and finishing process, you can buy this and it's already done. Like I said, they got the bigger sheets. Okay guys, moving on. We're gonna go over utility leather, and that's pretty much the two leathers I use, is your veg tans and your utilities. I don't use too much else. I do have some other stuff I'll show you. This is the black Kodiak cowhide stuff. I'm not sure how well you can see that. See the texture on it. Might be kind of hard in the light. But this is some really, really good stuff. It is expensive, but this is the stuff that's going to be really good for making pouches and backpacks, messenger bags, things of that nature. Same thing with this. This is oil tanned utility hide. It's not necessarily called a utility leather, but from what I know, you have your oily hides and your utility hides, and the difference is the oily hides like this already have an oil and a wax impregnation in it, which makes it last a lot longer. But this is the stuff, if you guys saw my video of the backpack and the utility bag, this is the stuff I used, oil tan utility hide. This black Kodiak and this brown stuff ranges around $100 a sheet. You get a lot though. I think it's anywhere from 15 to 20 square feet. And it'll last a long time depending on what you want to make out of it. But I use this brown stuff a lot. It's really good. It's thick. This is probably about an 1/8 inch thick. This stuff is a little bit thinner, the black stuff. And then after that, you know, they got all kinds of other stuff. My wife picked this up. It's a purple utility leather. I was actually making a coin pouch for her. Or actually, I think she was. But this is some purple stuff. I mean, they make all kinds of this utility leather. So yeah, you know, your veg tan leather is good for the holsters, the sheaths, maybe wallets. You know, utility leathers. These are good for your backpacks, your utility bags, messenger bags, coin pouches. Yeah, I can't think of anything else too much off of the top of my head. It's kind of whatever you want. And then, so here are some things I made. This is the black Kodiak cowhide. It's just a two card wallet. I showed you the 2-card wallet you can make out of veg tan. You can make it out of this stuff too. This is fairly quick and easy. I think I can make one of these in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So if you want a simple project, you know, maybe I should do a video on one of these. Same thing with the oil tan utility hide. Here's another one. 2-card wallet, or a 2-pocket, I should say. And I'll show you a sheet of this. This is camo suede. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's another one of these. And here's some of those coin pouches, which I showed you how to make one of these in that video. Again, here's that purple utility hide. And here's some printed leather. So where is that camo suede? Here's the camo suede. I gotta still have a big sheet of this. It is suede, so this has a nice smooth side. Not perfectly smooth. There's a little bit of some roughness in there, but it's not like the underside, which is really fuzzy. Just like suede, it is something you don't really want to get wet, but this is a lot thicker. This is probably as thick as this black stuff. So, you know, it's kind of more of a designer thing. If you could definitely make a possibles pouch out of this. Line a wallet. I wish I had that leather wallet on me. There's just endless amounts of different styles of leather. I've been saving this. I want to make something really cool out of this. I don't know what, but Tandy sells this. All this leather I get at Tandy, and they still sell this. I think it's around, don't quote me, $50 or something for a sheet. But it's nice stuff. What else is there? Oh, with the utility hides, here's a black kind of a belt pouch I made with that black Kodiak. And here's a paddock wood button. And just a nice belt pouch, throw in there whatever you want. Make that out of the utility hide. Okay, what else is there also? This is some deer hide I got a long time ago. I don't even remember where I got it, and there's pretty much nothing left of it, but this stuff is very, very floppy. Fairly thick. This is something a lot of people use for also making pouches, bags, kind of a bushcraft thing. So if you want to like try to stay really time period correct or authentic, stuff like that, you might want to try some of this deer hide. It's really nice stuff. Also, upholstery leather. I got 2 sides of this stuff, or 2 sheets I should say. And basically this is one piece of leather, but one side you got your fuzzy flesh and the other side you have a nice smooth finish on here. And you can use these for chairs. You could actually reupholster your car, your chairs in your house, your dining table chairs. I actually tried making a few pouches out of this. In my opinion, this stuff was too thin, but that's why they call it upholstery leather. It's more for furniture and stuff like that. But you've got those also. I also picked this up. This is pigskin. Very, very thin stuff. Maybe 2 to 3 times as thick as a piece of paper, typing paper. But you got your flesh side, a nice black finish side. This also works pretty good for pockets and wallets and stuff like that. I tried it once, it's a little too thin, but you know, whatever you guys want to do with it. Also, we've got 2 different colors of suede. This is a very dark blue, and this is a beige, a tan, a skin color, whatever you want to call it. I don't use suede hardly ever. Not this type anyway. This is more for lining something, like lining a knife sheath or a gun holster. If you got a really expensive knife or gun, you don't want to scratch it up at all. You can line it with just some suede. I don't recommend using it on anything outside that you might get it wet. It is suede. You can ruin the finish on it. This stuff is fairly cheap. But like I said, I would use it mainly for liners. If you guys can think of something else, go for it. But the suede works really good for certain projects. If you guys want, I can make a video on how to make a liner in a knife sheath. Let me know, and I'll definitely do that for you guys. But there's some suede right there. Last but not least, my wife brought me home a bunch of these, and I freaking love them. These are all cowhide. See if I can move these around, you can get a kind of see them all. This is all cowhide. It's called printed cowhide. It pretty much is just a stamped or rolled on design, colored and finished. You got all your fuzzy side and your finished side. I don't know if they sell big sheets of these. They just have these 8.5 by 11, and I mean, these are awesome for, you know, the outside of wallets. You can make coin pouches out of these. I don't know, it's endless. But I mean, this is just an array of leathers that are out there. In my opinion, you've got, I kind of look at it 2 categories. You got your veg tans, and then you got everything else. Veg tan is pretty much veg tan. You know, you got the thin stuff and the thick stuff, and you can do the tooling and the carving on that. The other stuff, you got your suedes, you got your pigskin, you got your upholstery leather, you got your camo suede, you got your utility leathers, and it's just a mass confusion of a mountain. And don't forget your deer hide. So hopefully that helped you guys out as far as what's out there and what you guys can look for. Oh, here's some green stuff. I don't remember what I made out of that. I think I made a little possibles pouch. This is just cowhide, just colored. It's a utility leather. So hopefully this kind of gave you guys an idea of what's out there and what you can make. The veg tan leathers are good for your knife sheaths and your holsters and wallets and things like that. If you want to make bags and pouches and stuff like that, the utility leathers and the oily hides are really good for that. But there's no rules, nothing's set in stone. You guys can do it however you want. So hopefully that helped. If I wasn't thorough, if I left something out, you know, feel free to ask me some questions in the comments. But where are those two? Again, here's the veg tan stuff. Can't think of anything else. I think that's it. My next video, I'm going to go over basic tooling and carving using the veg tan stuff. It's going to be really simple, straight to the point. I'm not going to go over every single little thing because tooling is something you got to kind of come up with your own ideas. But that'll be the next video, tooling and carving. And so I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Always appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions on this video. And that's it. Take care, guys. Have a good one.